is going on, you guys? It is your boy Vergil here, and welcome back to another episode here on Dragon Ball Legends. Today, I'm going to be bringing to you guys an LF Ultra tier list for the month of April in 2022. Last time I made a tier list video was in December. I think I made an end of the year tier list, broke down all the LFs, and I believe if Ultra Gogeta had came out in that mark, I'd throw them in the tier list as well. So, I definitely wait for a couple of batches of units and to drop just so the tier list can see some fluctuation. A lot of meta shift is definitely going to be different from the last tier list that we had. So given it was a couple of months ago, so we definitely have some stuff to judge here. I'm going to be rating all the units at 14 stars, given I do have the majority of the LFs 14, if not close to 14. But not the newer ones, say like the ones that have just released. The past couple of months, I haven't been going crazy on them, but a lot of the majority of them I do have them maxed out. I've seen gameplay of the recent ones maxed out, and I do have access to every character here. Even the Ultras I have at Red 3, I believe, both of them. So yeah, before we jump in, make sure to drop a like, you guys. It does help out the channel overall. It does quite tremendously, actually. And subscribe if you guys are new to the channel so you don't miss any content that I upload here. But I'm actually really excited to get into this because I don't, like I said, I don't do these often. So I get to finally give you guys my my input and my takes on where I believe these units will be. So starting off with the easy one, probably throw LF Beerus in C tier. He doesn't get much play. I mean, if I wanted to be, give him some, arguments, the value that I would see for him is bench. We could maybe throw him to B tier for bench. He's core on green, yellow bench. Like, he's a Zenkai buff for the Vados and the SSB Vegeta. So just for that reasoning, he has even more value. Just he's seeing a lot of game time as being a bench unit. And say you don't have a unit like SSB Vegeta or SSB Vegeta, the LF, this guy right here. This guy right here. If you don't have him, maybe you want to run LF Beerus. I haven't seen that variant. I feel like at this point you should definitely have the SSB, at least a copy of him, and you're working towards getting that Zenkai. But the Vados you should have copies of as well, given they're on like loads of banners, right? The Beerus is seeing a lot of play in bench. So I was originally going to put him in C, but just thinking about how valuable he is for bench, I'll throw him in B. I am going to be rating these units on their overall value, so they're team value, individual value, so if they're placed in bench or they're used to buff units, and team individual, of course. So it's going to be a mix of everything and their overall value rather than just a specific outlook on it. So the Beerus definitely has some value. Took a lot of time on that one mid unit. We'll throw Broly in A tier. I feel like he's definitely one of those units that could use a platinum item, and he could probably actually shine with the platinum equip. Maybe sometime soon we'll see something for him. He's not a bad unit. He's definitely aged, given he's, about to be 2 years old? Something like that. And, yeah, for being 2 years old, he's actually not the worst unit in the game. I do think even on Super Saiyans, obviously, if you throw him with Bardock, he's going to crit. He's going to do stupid damage then. But I've seen him run on, I believe, movies, and he was still doing really good. So, he's okay. He's definitely not insane or anything anymore. He's pretty situational, and, if you're going to run him, definitely just run Super Saiyans. And I don't like Super Saiyans, so the crit is just cheesy. And, I mean, if you're using Bardock and with Broly, I mean, fair enough, right? To bring an old unit back to life, you got to do what you got to do. Let's throw UI Spooky in B tier. Let's throw him in B tier. Let's be realistic here. I want to throw him in A tier because I love UI Goku. And if you can use him well, he's a very good stall unit. He's not going to be doing all the damage in the world. His ultimate can do some. It's not great anymore. Obviously, he's just aged. He's older than LF Broly, Gogeta Blue. He's over 2 years, I believe, at this point, and he's a great stall unit, and you can definitely get a lot of priority if you can utilize his gauge well. But he's a liability on any team that you put him in. He's going to get 2-3 carded. I mean, if you haven't built on Mono Purple, I mean, given Mono Purple was a very good team since, LF VB Zenkai came out, you started to see more UI Gokus, but then Mono Purple has fallen off a little bit now. So I just think he's in a weird spot. He needs a platinum item. He needs a Zenkai. I think we're going to see some of that action when USS, you know, the anniversary comes around. Universe Survival Saga has been getting buffed. And I do think UI Goku is a candidate for some buff, for some love. Give my boy some justice, UI Spooky, bro. He's one of my favorite units. You guys know. So yeah, I do think he's not useless, but if you can utilize him, it's very risky, very risk plays, and it's mainly for fun. You're not being competitive with UI Goku. It's very risky. I'm gonna throw Gogeta Blue. I'll throw him in front of Broly. Godkey has seen a lot of buffs recently, so throw him on a green yellow setup. Say if you don't have the new Ultra Kaioken Goku, he's a good unit for that spot to have with the Vados and SSB Vegeta. The Gogeta Blue is going to be receiving a lot of buffs, continuous healing. I think he's aged quite well. The damage is lackluster if you don't have him on that setup specifically. And yeah, I mean, on movies, he's not that great. I mean, he's definitely fallen off. It's just aging, right? There's not much you can do with that aging. And yeah, I think he's going to see some love too. If he gets a platinum item, he doesn't even need a Zenkai. Neither does the Broly. But I think if any of these two got a platinum equip, they're going to shoot up to like SS tier, something like that. We could throw VB. I think I'll throw VB in front of Broly. Like I said, Godkey has gotten a lot better recently. So a lot of Godkey has been shooting up. We even threw Beerus and B tier. That was unexpected. He's seen a lot of value with that green-yellow setup. But VB is, insanely long combos. His ultimate still nukes, by the way. So, like, even though his damage is a little lackluster, his kit is phenomenal. You just need to increase his stats. But his ultimate hits like a nuke, bro. Yeah, VB, middle of A tier. Let's throw someone higher up. I'll throw Zamasu and SS. We might move this around, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty confident that he's seen a lot of value with the Rise of Future being a great team, Godkey being a great team, the best unit in the game. We could actually just throw the Goku up here in Z+. He's the best unit in the game right now. And if you disagree with this, I don't know what to tell you. We kind of saw that value. Like, I was confident enough to say it when he dropped, he's the best unit in the game. So having the best unit in the game be yellow, red has seen a lot of value. Zamasu being one of the better reds in the game. His ultimate nukes, he gets this the vanishing back, which is clutch. He nullifies endurance on main, which is really good. He fits on a lot of the best teams. Godkey is one of the best teams. Future is definitely up there now with a lot of the recent buffs. So yeah, Zamasu is definitely going to see some love. I think if he gets a plat item, you definitely shoot him up to ZZ plus tier. He's, definitely doing a ton of damage still. His tanking was never really there, but he's not meant to do that. Maybe with the plat item, he'll be a little bit more tanking, but mainly damage dealing, inflicted damage buffs, all that stuff. We could throw another... Oh, let's just talk about the Kaioken since we threw him on the Z plus tier as well. Best unit in the game. He's constantly vanishing, constantly getting buffs. The green cards, insane. The combo potential, you just... on just the long ass combos, the damage is there, the access to equipment is there. He is so much damage, bro, especially if you throw him on, I think, one of his main teams right now, just being the green yellow variant. He's being supported by the Vados, the LFSSB Vegeta. This dude is a monster and best unit in the game easily. You could throw him even on any team. He doesn't even need to be support buffed. I think if you throw him on any team, he's going to do fantastic. Throw him on that Ultra or the leader slot. He's getting the Ultra buff. And yeah, that's enough said. I mean, you guys already probably know. Dude is just cracked. There's no debate on it. He's only going to see even more value when Anniversary comes along and Universe Survival Saga is getting even more buffs. The team's going to be even more fledged out, and obviously Kaioken Goku is going to be a core unit on that team. But he's definitely, core on a lot of teams right now, being Godkey, Sun Family. If you run Sun Family, I know not a lot of people run Sun Family right now, but people even throw him on LOE. LOE's blast-based. Run Kaioken Goku on LOE. You can run Kaioken Goku on androids. Run Kaioken Goku on anything. And he's fantastic, bro. There's no debate that he's the best unit right now. Let's move on to Bardock. I love this character, bro, and someone just commented, why am I notifications. I have it on Do Not Disturb. Thank you for the comment, though, whoever that was. But yeah, I'm going to throw Bardock here. Bardock Stan, bro. You know, maybe when he came out, he could be argued S tier. I was definitely coping a little bit. I spent a lot to pull a copy of this unit, and then I even multi-Z powered him some bits. But he's definitely not going to cut it right now. I'm coping hardcore because he's one of my favorite units in the game. When he gets a platinum item, do my boy some justice. Throw him up here, man. He's also missing teams, right? Sans not being insane. Team Bardock not being a thing. Yeah, Bardock, you know, he does have his value. You know, you could throw him on Fusion Warriors was the setup I was running him. That conditional endurance is definitely not great. You don't want to be sacking off any other unit to save him for last man, but he does have the potential, you know, the buffs, you know, he's constantly getting buffed if you keep him on the field. But it's just not going to cut it, especially without the boost. So as soon as he saw I lost the boost, I can't even vouch for him anymore. But I do think he's either the top of A tier, or you could even argue that God Key's so good that these other units in A tier even see more value. I'm going to throw him right here. There's no bias. I love Bardock, but bro, God Key's just better right now. So these 2-year-old units are going to be doing a lot better than you. Okay, Abe Vegeta has seen some value. Reds are valuable again. I'm going to throw him. He's either back of S tier or top of A tier, I think. We're going to throw him top of A tier for now. Yeah, top of A tier for now. He's definitely feeling dangerous, bro. I want to put him in S, but I'm not going to just because he has not impressed me enough. His damage is very lackluster. I mean, LOE, I'll throw him there. I just think Frieza Force, right? If you run him on Frieza Force, Reds, like I said, are insanely valuable, having the best units in the in the game. Be yellow. There's actually a lot of top yellows right now. So yeah, Vegeta's definitely going to see some playtime, some more playtime than he would have. But yeah, with a platinum item, I could see him shooting up S tier. You know, a lot of these units need plat items. Vegeta, if you run him on Frieza Force, that's the only real team that I see him working on. Maybe even Vegeta Clan. You know, there's a lot of good options on Vegeta Clan as well. But maybe the back of S tier. I don't think it's a stretch, but you know, you guys can let me know what you think in the comments. Meant to be ran on Frieza Force. So we got. Okay, let's do some other ones here. We're saving a lot of the top ones for last, so you guys can see my final takes. We can throw Name It Goku. What do we do with Name It Goku? Do we put him... I say we put him, like, around here. I think we put him around here. He's a very, you know, he's gotten a Zenkai already. He's quite old, but he sees value every now and then. His playstyle, like, he's one of those units, if you can utilize him correctly and use those counters really nicely, he can do great. He has access to that Platinum, Awakened Platinum that has anti-LOE. LOE being one of the best teams in the game right now. He can see even more value. I definitely think he's annoying, but is he better than... I'm just putting these, like, he's not... I don't think he's individually better than the units in front of him right now, the VB and Gogeta Blue. But just because God Key is so good, I've given them the push forward. Name It Goku might see right here, the middle of the A tier. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to put him. You know, I might be sleeping on him a little bit. Like, he's arguable. Like, if you want to argue it, he can be put over here. Like, he's really that guy. But just, I'm basing a lot of this to the meta right now. You're not really seeing Name It Goku right now. But if I wanted to argue him, like, individually, purely, you could throw him up here. Individually, he's up there. But that's not how the game works. It's a lot of team stuff, a lot of overall value stuff, and his overall values over here. Even bench, you know, you could be buffing blue units. The only really good ones that Ultra Gogeta. We could throw Ultra. I don't want to throw him yet because I'm thinking about my placement for him. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Let's throw him an A tier too. I think let's throw him an A tier. I think I'm gonna put him above Namek. He's around here. He's around here. So I'm really gassing up these God Key units, even though they're not great because of how good God Key is. You know, throw anyone with that Kaioken Goku, and they're going to be doing insane, bro. He's going to carry the team. But, you know, the support for God Key is really crazy right now as well. I think Super Saiyan 3 goes here. Let's just say this. Right now, though, right now, let's say this. Because, like, his individually up here, like I said, you could argue these units individually. But for right now, you don't see any playtime with this. I haven't seen this Green Super Saiyan 3 Goku in, 50 matches. You might see one of him, depending on, what ranking you are and stuff like that. I rarely run into this Goku. Kid Buu Regen is kind of in the mud, right? I think. But he's definitely better than any unit in A right now. We could throw him at the end of S tier because that's how good he is individually. Regen, we just got a buff for Cell. So, he's a regen unit if you want to run him in Cell. Even Corrupted Merge Zamasu. Regen's not completely dead. Oh, they're not even dead. I don't even know what the right term I'm looking for. They just haven't seen any buffs in quite some time. They're definitely not a bad team whatsoever. They just can't compete in the top ranks. Like top 100, top 500, you're going to struggle a little bit with Regen. They definitely need that Ultra, their top tier unit and stuff like that, which is Cell. They just got Cell, so that's why we're even going to put this Kid Buu up here. Individually, I think he's still very, very good. His kit's well designed. He gets those vanishes, which can be really deadly. But yeah, Kid Buu, I'm going to put him at the back end of S tier. You can even argue he's in front of this Ape. But I'm giving Ape the benefit of the doubt. He's better than Ape individually. But Ape can be ran on LOE, right? LOE. Okay, I'm going to throw First Form Frieza, one of the best support units in the game. I'm going to throw him in SS. His support is just, top tier. One of the best support units in the entire game. Just shoots LOE's value that much higher. His green cards are ridiculous. He holds a blue card. I believe he has I forgot what his full unique abilities are. He just offers a ton of support. But yeah, his value is definitely up there. He can eat some good damage. He does really decent damage for being a supportive unit. First Form Freeze is up there. Let's throw sort of Copium Trunks. We're going to throw him in SS tier. I think he's in the front of SS tier. I think he's a very good unit. I think Sword of Hope is very good. Once he sees his gauge, his damage is just stupendous. Stupendous damage, his ultimate nukes. His green card gives him a new hand. He has endurance if you put him on the teams he's supposed to be on. Future is insane. Vegeta Clan, you could definitely, build a solid setup, quote unquote, with him. Hybrids is not even the worst team in the game. You could throw him on Hybrids, he'll be missing the endurance, but he's fine on that team. I think Trunks is a very good unit, especially how he's aged comparison to the Goku and Vegeta. Goku and Vegeta on release were easily, you could say they were better with the boost. And then since without the boost and the aging and stuff like that, Goku and Vegeta, bro, do not compete with the Trunks right now. They're still good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be a Goku and Vegeta hater, quote unquote. I know a lot of people like to say. So many people are hating on Goku and Vegeta. I am going to be realistic and let you guys know in top rank PvP, if these guys don't see a single Zenkai buff, they're in shambles, bro. I have these dudes at 14 stars and I need to Zenkai buff them. So if they're not ran on mono purple or even like on a team without Zenkai buffs, they're not going to be doing that great. But yeah, Trunks is really good. Doesn't need any Zenkai buffs. Given his team has a lot of support, right? He has a lot of support. You could throw LFSSB, Zenkai LFSSB to support him. The future Gohan to support him. He's going to be doing a shitload of damage, like a lot of damage. Trunks is phenomenal. And that moves on to our other Legends Fest unit. I'm going to throw him in the top of S tier. Just right now, God Key's great. And that's, part of the reason why he's, you could argue that he's SS tier, like at the back end of SS tier. But I'm just not seeing too much of him. And when I do, he just gets incinerated by any unit or, anything I'm using. Kaioken Goku, one-shots them all the time. All the time. 2 cards them, 3 cards them. It depends how much support, how built up I am. But the Goku, bro, unless he's ran on mono purple, unless he's loaded with Zenkai steroid buffs, he's not the unit he was when he released. Especially since the Ultras have dropped. The first Ultra, the second Ultra. This dude went and just is not there, bro. But yeah, let me know what you guys think on this too. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me and that they're great. I don't think they're bad. S tier is not bad. You could throw them on the God Key setup. They're okay. You can definitely argue their SS tier, the back end. You know, they're going to see more value. So especially a lot of these units don't even have platinum items yet. You know what I mean? A lot of these more recent ones, they're going to see a lot more value in the future when they get buffs, platinum equips, better teams. God Key's really good right now, so you can argue SS. Back end of SS, let me be specific. I'm going to personally put them in S tier. Just from what I've seen, my experiences, I'm consistently ranking in the top 100 every season, playing only in the top 100 every season. I feel like I'm confident. I'm able to rate them where I rate them here. So you definitely let me know in the comments. There's no right or wrong answers, you guys. So it's all takes and what you believe to be the correct thing. But yeah, I could definitely confidently say that they're there. Let's do Revive Gohan. This is an interesting one because individually he's just cracked. And a lot of his teams are just not there anymore. Like Hybrids, he was Hybrid King. He was Z tier, Z plus tier in the game when he dropped. Hybrids was really good. Movies had been really good for a long time when Ultra Gogeta came out. I think I'm going to put him in S tier. I think I'm going to put him maybe in the back of S. I feel like just he's so good individually that I'll put him somewhere here. Like he could definitely be argued somewhere in S tier. I don't want to put him behind Ape. Ape is seeing value because of LOE. Kid Buu is seeing value because of regen, or be LF Cell being buffed. I'm going to put him right here behind Blue Boys. Yeah, I think this is a very fair place to place them. Okay, moving on to our next one. We're going to do LF Piccolo. This is not the transformed picture, but yeah, it's down here. I couldn't be bothered to look for it, but you guys know who this is, LF Piccolo. I'm going to throw him in the back of S tier. The back of S tier for sure. He's a great unit. He just needs to see some, yeah, LF Zenkai Piccolo. He just needs to see some buffs. Regen, once they get some buffs, the dude's going to be great again. But individually and for what his team is, yeah, Piccolo's always been that guy. So definitely a great unit. Rose, dude. I hate to do this, bro. Like, I love this unit ever since he dropped too. And the fact that he has a lot of neat stuff. The Extreme Bleed is very great. It's pretty underrated if you ask me. And the Nullify Endurance for Existing is crazy. But we're going to throw him in the front of A tier. You know, he fits on a lot of the main teams. If you have him high starred, you know, Future, phenomenal. God Key, phenomenal. Definitely probably the two teams you do want to run him on. But yeah, he's not seeing as much playtime as he's just lacklustered. His damage is lackluster. I mean, the Extreme Bleed is nice. You know, it could definitely stack up, but he needs to see a buff or a platinum equip. He's also, you know, not great defensively, but he's aged, you know, given he's, you know, about a year and so old, right? I think. But we're going to throw him in the front of A tier. I mean, you could argue it. Not really. Not really. He's A tier. I'm going to throw him there. We'll do a little, like, as you guys can see, we've been saving a lot of the higher ones. I'm going to throw the LF SSB in Z tier. This dude is just phenomenal. He's just cracked. The best Zenkai in the game is LF Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. His damage, he's probably one of, if not the tankiest unit in the game as well. Even if you don't build him to be a tank, he's doing it. If you have him maxed out especially, the platinum equip that he has access to is really good. The pure strike and blast damage inflicted. His ultimate can be stacked, right? Like, he's constantly getting damage inflicted for every card that he uses, every strike and blast arts card. So he's increasing his damage for him, for the entire team. He's supporting the whole team. He's one of the best teams in the game. He's supporting Kaioken Goku, which is the best unit in the game. Fits on the best teams in the game. Future and God Key, right? One of the best, some of the best teams there. And yeah, he just does loads of damage. He stacks damage very, very good. And it's you know, he goes type neutral for that first couple of seconds when you cover change, which could be clutch. Say if you like get rushed or something, you can tank a rush with him because of how tanky he is. And dude is just a menace, bro. Like, you know, he that snipe potential as well to get rid of any unit. You start to do a lot of damage very quickly. Like this snowball effect, 2, 3, 4 cards in, and this dude's hitting like a truck already because of how much damage inflicted he has. And then you just pop the main and snipe whatever unit, and that damage inflicted is overall damage, so the ult damage is going to be even greater as well. But yeah, Z tier definitely. I'm going to throw... Okay, a lot of these are definitely something to think about. I'm going to throw FSK in front of Blue Boys. Yeah, I was saying a little bit earlier, Reds have seen a ton of value recently. And, yeah, I get it. Hybrids is not the best team right now. Neither is Sun Family. Neither is any of the teams you would normally run him on. But with the leader slots, you can make a lot of things work. So throw Kaioken on leader and then run him on either Hybrids or Sun Family. FSK still shreds. He still shreds. Yes, he's not bad. He's not a bad unit. He's very good, actually. And he's still a phenomenal last stand unit. So, he's definitely, like, he has access to the best equipments in the game. You know, hybrids have some of the best items, the best pure items in the game. And I do think that FSK is kind of underrated at the moment. Like, if you run into an FSK, you definitely have a yellow on your team, and he's going to shred for sure. So, do think he's, you know, he's seen more value just because the best unit in the game is yellow. So, a lot of the reds jumped up. Look at where Ape's at right now. Like, I can't believe I have Ape right here in front of Kid Buu. But LOE is that good that you could throw Ape on there. I've seen Ape do really well on Frieza Force. Gogeta 4. I could argue him in the back of S tier because he's gotten a lot of value since his Platinum equip, right? He just doesn't have a lot of diversity in teams, and I also don't see him too often. A lot of the GT stands and GT mains, I do see them running him, and his equipment is quite good. Given GT is not a bad team. I don't think I can confidently put him in S tier, though, because, you know, GT is not that expansive. Like, a lot of these teams and units have a lot of options and, you know, a lot of best quote-unquote teams. The best unit for GT is G4, and you know, he's lost some value, too, since, you know, there's Fusions has kind of fallen as well. Not too much, but they've definitely taken a step back since Legends Fest, since Ultra Gogeta has dropped. I'm going to put him in A tier, the top of A tier. You could definitely argue that he's S, depending, you know, I'm rating all these units maxed out. But, you know, the last unit here, Regen, is definitely seen more value since LF Cell has dropped. And I don't think, you know, this Goku is speaking for a ton here, but he's definitely great. I think once he gets a Zenkai, he can shoot up. I think I'm underrating this Goku quite a bit. It's just because the team... You know, so his overall value is not that much. Individually, this dude is very underrated. Like, he does so much work. And with that Platinum equip especially, has definitely upped his value. But team-wise, GT is not up there, I don't think. They're a okay team, and they're definitely not a bad team. But, you know, they're not top 5 teams. They're not top 5 teams. There are, you know, you could argue top 10, but even then. So... Moving on from the Goku 4, we could throw Gogeta 4. I'll throw him in the top of SS tier. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me because Gogeta 4 is phenomenal and he's great. But, you know, like, let's think of teams. Let's think of the meta right now in the month of April. Are we seeing as many Fusions teams? Are we seeing as many GT teams as we were seeing in the past couple of months? Probably not. Does he individually still got it? Yes. He goes type neutral. He nukes on his ultimate. He can be tanky when he wants to. He can do damage when he wants to. He fits on a good amount of teams, I'd say. He fits on GT, Fusion Warriors. You can throw him on Saiyans. He has that Saiyan ability. You can Zenkai buff him. He has a lot of options, for sure. And being run with, you know, that Ultra Gogeta is definitely something. But yeah, I'm thinking for him on this list, we're going to throw him at the top of SS tier. A lot of this comes from what we got in the meta currently as of today. It is April 22nd, 2022. We just seen the drop of the androids if you're watching this in the future. So Gogeta 4 is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. That Platinum equip, phenomenal. He's only going to see more value with more revive units. He does a lot of great things. His team has just taken a step back, so therefore he's going to be taking a step back. We can do full power Frieza. I'll throw full power Frieza up here. You know, easily Z tier LF. He's seen a massive jump since he's released. He wasn't that great because he had no team. But then his team started to get buffs. He got a Platinum equip. He got another Platinum equip. He has access to 2 Plat items, one being a unique and then one being for his sagas. But he has access to a lot of great items. He has access to pure equips. The LOE support, you know, this guy, First Form Frieza being a ridiculous support. Revival Frieza being a ridiculous support, given this is only LF Ultra tier list. You know, his team, Angel Golden Frieza, LOE is one of the best teams in the game. We haven't talked about them on this list yet because there's only 2 LFs on LOE, right? Only 2 LFs on LOE. You know, you could throw Ape Vegeta in there as well if you want a red, right? They're only missing a red, by the way. And, yeah, his blue card, he nukes. He gets his Vanish back on main. You know, the green card, a lot of stuff. The constant Dragon Ball manipulation, that's something I could definitely say. That's one of the reasons why I say LOE is just ridiculous, is because they have so much Rising Rush control. Rising Rush equals win in this game, so if you can constantly steal your opponent's Dragon Balls, as well as gain them, you know, at will or at every so often at your convenience, there are going to be more rushes, more opportunities to just click the win button, which is Rising Rush. So Frieza, you're definitely ridiculous. You fit on the best team. You can run him with a lot of units. You can throw Kaioken on LOE and it's ridiculous. A lot of powerful opponent buffs recently. LF Cell and the new LF Android 1718. You compare them all together for a powerful opponent's build and it's just stupid. So Frieza's insane. We could throw Majin Vegeta. I can't believe I haven't rated him yet. But we'll throw him in front of... Actually, we'll throw him in C tier. He's just not good. We'll throw him in C tier. He's not that good. Goten. Yeah, the Majin Vegeta needs a plat item. He needs some saving right now. He doesn't have any... he fits on no teams. 0 teams. But let me think where I'm going to place Goten. I definitely want to be careful about this here. Goten probably belongs... for his setup, hybrids or Sun Family, and even being a Zenkai buff bench for this team. This unit's actually very good. Very good. It's just Sun Family is not all that hot, and neither is hybrids at the moment. He's probably somewhere in S tier, like maybe the back of S tier, just team-wise, meta-wise. Like, he's definitely above everyone that I put him. Like, this dude can do some crazy stuff. Yeah, I'm going to put him in the back of S tier. SSB Vegeta. This dude's actually in a really good unit. I can throw him confidently somewhere in S tier. Having God Ki be so great right now and being the option, say if you don't have the Kaioken Goku for your teams, God Ki or even Universe Survival Saga, he's actually the main yellow on Vegeta Clan. This dude can do stupid blast damage. So, stupid blast damage. His ultimate goes crazy. He can go type neutral. SSB is a great unit. I don't think he's better than Kaioken, obviously, and that's why he's not ran a lot right now, but he's a great option, say, if you don't have access to that Ultra. He's somewhere in S tier. I'm trying to think where I would place him. Maybe here. I think maybe here, for sure, because God Ki just individually is so good, and yeah, I'll probably place him there. Yep. We can do Future Gohan. This unit has moved up and down for me, up and down. I've overrated, I've underrated. He's just a timeless unit since he's released. His supportive capabilities. He's been seen doing a lot less damage nowadays. But, you know, when he was on hybrids, he has access to some of the best equipments. He was on Fusion Warriors, on leader slots for the disruption, for the endurance. With the endurance value dropping now, we got another unit, the Tag Android 1718. Completely counters this unit, given they could also be ran with this unit. Nullifies endurance for existing. The androids does more damage to Super Saiyans. He's lost some value, but I think for how old he is, he's still phenomenal. He's either the back of S tier in my mind, or I don't even think we could throw him in S tier. I mean, yeah, he's probably in the back of SS tier, individually and team wise. The only problem with him, he's just not taking damage well anymore, and he's also not dealing as much damage as he was. Support is peak, bro. His support is definitely peak. But, yeah, team-wise, Future is really good, and that's pretty much it. Like, you're going to run him on Future. You could run him on any of the other teams on leader slot as well. He's a great leader slot unit. So, Fusion Warriors, he can be really good. Anything, really. Any team that you want to throw him on, he could be really good. But he's just not seeing as much damage / defensive output. Super Vegeta was the best Zenkai in the game when he released. I think I'm going to throw him behind Future Gohan. yeah, like I said, Fusion Warriors has taken a step back. So, yeah, this guy's just not doing the damage that he was on release. Still a phenomenal unit, by the way. Mono Purple probably being one of his main teams now. Mono Purple or Fusions. Is he better than... I don't even know. I think I'd throw him... I think he's down here, in my opinion. I'm, like, looking. FSK, seeing more value. Blue Boys, you can argue it. Revival, go. He's either here or here, I think, in my opinion. Yeah, Rev Gohan. Yeah, he's probably in front of Revival Gohan. So I'm gonna put him down here. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, these are opinions, and I don't see Fusion Warriors as much as I did, and even Mono Purple I don't see as much as I did, especially in this month. His damage is just, he could definitely stack on the damage, but then what happens when you delete those buffs? He has cancelable buffs. So Ultra Gogeta, he was and still is one of the best units in the entire game individually. But I think since Fusion Warriors has taken a step back and he's not on any main teams right now, this might be a little bit criticized. I'm going to throw him here in the back of Z tier. Being his teams, Fusion Warriors, Movies, Super Saiyans. Like, are these any of the teams that you guys are, they're definitely teams that are in the meta, but they're not top teams. They're not God Key, they're not Future, they're not Droids, Regen, LOE just shits on these teams, bro. These Saiyan teams. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these underdog teams, say like Androids, LOE has definitely shot through the roof. So I don't think I think individually he's definitely here. So don't get me wrong. Individually he's here just because of his team. Fusions has taken a step back. I've said it for Gogeta 4. I've said it for Super Vegito. Ultra Gogeta now because of his team. He's not seeing as much playtime as he was 3-4 months ago, right? LF Jiren, this is an interesting one because he's actually a great unit individually, just his team is not there. I think when Universe Survival Saga, gets the buffs, MUI Goku comes out, or like whatever happens this anniversary, he's going to shoot up. And even, say if he gets a Platinum equip, or even if UI, the OG UI Goku gets a Zenkai buff, this guy's value is going to shoot up. But let's rate him right now. And I think his value is okay, given, he's supposed to be paired up with the best unit in the game for Universe Survival Saga. That team is not fully fledged yet. We can throw him somewhere in SS tier. I think in the back of SS tier is a fair spot for him. I do think he's going to be even more valuable in the future, but probably in the back of SS. There's a lot of units behind him that I think could destroy him. FSK is dude slept on right now, but I'm rating a lot of what I see in the meta in teams and stuff like that, and yeah, I do think this is a fair spot for Jiren. I'm looking at all these placements, and I really do think that this is fair judgment. And then the last two spots that we have is LF Cell. You remember on release, he was Z tier, even though he wasn't. On Game Press, they put him in Z tier, but nobody actually thought he was Z tier. He was probably like top S tier or something. And then he died very quickly with the meta shifts and whatnot. But yeah, recently with that one equipment, dude has shot through the roof back from the gates of hell. And he's actually probably top. Like, I'm about to throw him in Z tier. Like, that's how crazy it is. But I'm going to, Z plus tier. I think I'm going to put him in the top of Z tier just because, individually he's doing damage. He fits on a lot of the main teams, androids, powerful opponents, those, Future. I was like, I'm definitely forgetting one. Future being a great team, powerful opponents, androids getting a lot of buffs now. These guys, the Tag 17-18 being one of the best units of the game right now as well. Yeah. And LF Cell is that guy now. He takes Dragon Balls. He's paired up with LOE being the best team in the game. Like what the heck, right? Powerful opponents. Just his kit's kind of cracked overall. The anti-revive mechanics cracked. If you pop a revive unit, his revive, they're in a really bad situation. His overall damage output is kind of ridiculous. His last slot on the platinum item is kind of ridiculous. I think most people can agree with me. I don't know if like second in the game, but I feel like he's up there. He's definitely second in the game right now. So let me know what you guys think on that. I think LF Cell is the second best unit in the game, team-wise, meta-wise, unit individually-wise. He's very, very crazy. Of course, if you have the platinum item and if you have it close to maxed out, he's definitely up there. I have this guy at Red 4 right now, so I've definitely had a lot of high-ranking playtime. He's on the team that I'm running actually currently in PvP. But yeah, second best unit in the game in my opinion. And then we got the last unit, the brand new Android 1718. I only have them at 6 stars, and they're doing insane for 6 stars. I'm going to have to throw them like somewhere in the middle of C tier. I think behind LF Vegeta. I might change my mind on 1718. I still think it's really early because they dropped 2 to 3 days ago. I think even earlier than that. If I check here. They dropped literally, 2 days ago. They dropped 2 days ago, so it's a little bit early to rate them, but this is my first impression. I have them at 6 stars, and they stack very quickly with damage inflicted buffs, this snowball effect. They buff the allies with the team. Z tier Cell buffs him, he makes Cell even crazier. Androids is going to be on the rise right now. I mean, Androids is not crazy, right? But powerful opponents is a very crazy team. So if you rock Cell on LOE, it's crazy. If you rock Android 17 and 18 on LOE, it's crazy. LOE being the best team in the game without Cell and 17 18 said enough, you know what I mean? So the fact that they can be this high, it's, thanks to how powerful opponents is right now. And yeah, I mean, powerful opponents is just, it become a very ridiculous team overall. You can, it's technically LOE, but now 17-18 is there. LF Cell's up there, and I do think individually they're better than the full power Frieza, and they're better than a lot of these units in the game. But 14 stars, you could probably say third best in the game. You know what I mean? I don't have them at 14 stars. Given I'm rating all these units at 14, you could definitely argue they're top 3. Top 3 in the game right now. I think since the Vegeta, you can pair him well with the best unit in the game. Technically, you can run all these guys together. You just got to work around the leader slot, right? But I'm thinking more of tags and teams that you would actually run these units together. This guy can be ran with Kaioken very, very well. Like, the support from the Vegeta into the Kaioken is very great. I'm actually running a weird team with Kaioken, Cell, and the Android 18. So the 18, 17, I have 18. This is not even the proper image, but you guys know who this is. They're probably here, you guys, by the way. They're probably here. I think it's really early. I'm probably going to play some there. I'm going to play some top 3 in the game right now. Vegeta, I just think he's really that guy. The what we can do if you could play him correctly, if you could drop combo in the right areas, if you can snipe the correct units, the buffs that he has for his supported teams, God Key, Vegeta Fam, or Vegeta Clan Future. The Vegeta is a nasty, nasty unit, so it's definitely a weird spot. You can even, I've seen people argue that the 17-18 are even here. But I think it's way too early to say that. Cell has proven himself already to be the king right now, next to the Goku. But we'll put 17-18 third best in the game. This is going to be the complete tier list here, right here, you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I think the Kaioken deserves his own tier. Nobody, individually or even, like, nothing can be where he's at. Like, if you got him on a team, he's going to be doing very well. If of course, can utilize him correctly. A lot of people, can't. With the timing, the charge step, the utilizing that gauge and the vanishes, I've seen, I've performed a lot of tech with the Goku, and if you can do that tech, he deserves to be up there. But if you're not utilizing the tech, then, he's not going to see that much value. That charge, when you charge the gauge and you vanish and you get your vanish immediately back, if you can utilize that technique, he's a god, bro. Best unit in the game. But this is the full tier list. Do let me know what you guys think. Drop a like as well. I don't normally do these, and I did have a lot of fun making this list, and I didn't even think about the list beforehand. This was all genuine and raw and what I think right now in the meta. I think a lot of these things can fluctuate depending on if units get platinum equips and buffs in the future. Like LF Jiren could probably see a lot of value with USS going up. Future Gohan has been timeless. He's going to be aging, pretty okay. Like, he doesn't really need anything, and his supported buffs are unspoken for. Blue boys are in the mud. I'm sorry. They need a platinum item right now. But this is my final thoughts. I'm sorry for those that, are coping on Ultra Gogeta as well. His team is just not there. I think individually he's crazy. You know what I mean? He still fits, leader slot exists. He could be fit on any team. But, like, realistically, you're not seeing the teams you would normally put him on right now. And, yeah. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay frosty, boys, and God bless.
Up all night, so you don't wanna wait on me. I'm about to catch my flight, so you don't gotta wait on me.